Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. My name is T of Crumpus Tea and Sewing here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the McCall's M8247 pattern review. And this is a pattern that I have been flirting with, I think, ever since November, I believe. And I started with a mock-up, and that mock-up was of a blue, I think it's like a fleece type fabric, and it was just so soft and warm, and I really loved the pattern. I learned a lot during the mock-up phase, and after I finished with the mock-up phase, I just moved on and I made this beautiful floral red and blue cardigan, and then I also made this gorgeous leopard print purple, white, and black cardigan as well. So I'm going to share with you all the details of these cardigans and tell you why I love this pattern. Okay, so let's first talk about some of the details of the pattern. This pattern comes in sizes extra small to extra large, and I chose the size large for the upper part of my body, and I graded down to the size medium for the lower part of my body. This pattern features a sleeve pattern that you can put gathers at the sleeve head. You also have a sleeve pattern where you don't have to put gathers on the sleeve head. So those are two different variations. You also have different length variations. You can make a short, almost like a cropped version of the pattern, and you can also make a longer version of the pattern as well. So I made the crop version, but I lengthened the crop version by, I think, about 4 or 5 inches. I just wanted it to rest like around my upper thigh area, and so that's what I did for that. And then you can also make a version that you can put lace around the neckline as well. I do want to make that version in the future. However, I didn't have any lace on hand, and when I went looking for lace, I just could not find any kind of lace trim that I thought would be suitable for the fabrics that I had. But in the future, I definitely would want to make that. The pattern also features buttons that go down the center front, and you have this band that goes around the neckline so that you can place those buttons and the buttonholes on that band. It's such a cute and fun pattern, and it's very easy to make. It's definitely for your advanced beginners, and it's a phenomenal pattern. It really is. The only drawback to the pattern that I found was that the neckband did not stretch enough to fit the neckline, and so I had to add 2 inches to the neckband in order to fit the neckline of the pattern properly. Now the pattern comes with notches that you're going to clip on the neck band as well as on the neckline, and so it has points where it shows you where the neckline and the necktie is supposed to meet up. Now I found that between those points and stretching, it just, like I said, it didn't stretch all the way around enough to be able to fit the neckline without creating gathers on the side near the breast area. And so I decided to, like I said, add 2 inches to the necktie. So that's just something that, I say necktie, but it's a neckband. So that's something that you should keep in mind when you're making this pattern. Because I made the size, I made the size large for my upper body, but I made the size medium. I did have to grade, like I said, in between sizes, but it was very simple and easy to do. The sleeve pattern is very full, so if you are someone with my body type where you're heavier on top, where you're a upside down triangle basically, you will love the sleeve pattern that has the gathers, because it has a lot of room in that sleeve and you don't really have to do much in the way of a bicep adjustment. So I really found that pattern to be very nice and simple. However, I also did the pattern without the gathers on the sleeve for the mock-up version, and I had to make a bicep adjustment for that one, but it was just a really simple one inch bicep adjustment. It wasn't anything too big, and then that worked just wonderfully. So I really like the way that both of these garments turned out, the blue and red floral version, as well as this purple and white and black leopard print. They are so wonderful. They're comfortable to wear. I especially love the leopard print version because I purchased that fabric from Mood Fabrics, and it's a very soft jersey fabric, and they still have a lot of this in stock. So I will go ahead and put the link in the description box below so you can go over and check out that fabric. It's such a beautiful fabric, and it is so soft and comfortable. I really love this fabric. Now, I was able to get 2 garments out of this fabric. I think I had a little over 2.5, I think I had 2.5 to 3 yards of fabric, and so I was able to get this beautiful top as well. And this is one of my TNT tops. Anytime I want to just make a really quick tee, I pull out my Burda 6820. It's a really simple pattern. It has 3 different variations, so you can make like a cropped version of the top. You can make just a regular version of the top that sits, I think, around your high hip area, and then you can make a longer version of the top as well. It has different sleeve variations. You have a long sleeve and a short sleeve, and obviously I made the short sleeve because I knew that I was going to make this as a set to go with the cardigan. And so I really like the way that both of these look together. I also paired this with the new Look N6697. That's another pattern review that I'm going to be featuring on the channel here pretty soon, so stay tuned for that pattern review. Now, this is a pattern that I actually purchased for the top. I'll put the image of the cover of the picture here. But I purchased this pattern for the top, and I ended up making the skirt. And I have to say, this is a beautiful skirt. I really like the skirt. However, the size range is very narrow. I think it's a size 8 to 18, I believe, for the size range. And I had to make the size 18. And I chose this beautiful purple eggplant cotton sateen fabric that I purchased from Joann Fabrics about 3 or 4 years ago. So I don't think it's going to be in stock at all, but it's a gorgeous fabric, and I thought it would be perfect with this leopard print here. And I think the set just goes together so well. I'm really pleased with how the top, the cardigan, and the skirt all ties in together, and they look really phenomenal, I believe. I do have to do some more work on the pencil skirt pattern. There are some drag lines in the front of the skirt, so I definitely need to do a tummy adjustment, and I need to take out some of the extra fabric that's in the front. But other than that, I think it's a really easy pattern. I'll talk more about that because I have made several skirts out of that pattern, and I'll talk more about that in my upcoming pattern review, like I said. So overall, I really do like the McCall's M8247. It's a really simple, easy pattern, definitely for your advanced beginners, and it's very easy. The only thing that I recommend is making sure that you test that neckband. Depending on what size you choose, it might be different for the size medium and small. Like I said, I graded up for the size large for my arms, and so that's what I use for my neckline as well. So I don't know for the size large or for the other sizes, I don't know if it would be the same because the neckband piece is longer or shorter it depends on which sizes you choose. But for the size I chose, I had to increase the neckband. So just keep that in mind. And other than that, it will be a really great sew. It's fun to make, and it's very easy. So if you have any questions or comments about anything that I mentioned in this video, please make sure you leave those comments, those thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this pattern review, and let me know what you think of my new outfits. All right, everyone, I hope you all have a happy and beautiful sewing day, and until next time, stay creative. Bye.